Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on which part of the world you're at this point of time. It's wonderful to be back. We are back with Tete-a-tete with Dramarsis, episode 3. It's fabulous. I've got a host of people whom you would be very interested to meet. Before we start, I'd like to talk about a couple of things. Want to start off with uh, somebody that we lost in the performing arts world. A couple of weeks back, we lost one of the most promising stars in Hollywood in the performing arts, Sushant Singh Rajput. I think what we have to understand from this particular tragedy which happened is that each one of the performing arts people are looking for outlets. And sometimes those outlets are not available. Sometimes those outlets are difficult to find. And that is one of the key reasons why we formed Dramarsis. Dramarsis is a platform which allows every creative person to have a safe place where they can express themselves. So, guys, do not feel sad, especially under the time of the pandemic. It has become even more difficult for people who are creative, people who are in the performing arts to showcase their talents. And it is therefore important to have platforms like Dramarsis. And I implore everybody else who has got a creative performing arts platform to take care of their artists, their creators in a similar way to make sure that they feel safe, they feel that they can collaborate, they feel that they have got the freedom to produce. Let's not have any other such incidents like Sushant Singh Rajput. With that, let's move on to the next part. Uh, you know, Also in the last from the last time we last met you, we have had birthdays of two massive composers. So we had Hemant Kumar, who's completed his had his 100th birth anniversary on the 16th, and yesterday was the boss R.D. Burman Pancham Das birthday. So we are in this month is special, isn't it? Some great people have actually produced music, and have I mean we are living with the legacy of those music. So we will talk about a bit about Hemant Kumar and R.D. Burman also as we go along. But I think this is the time to bring to stage one of my co-founders of Dramarsis, Sagnik Sinha. Let's welcome Sagnik Sinha onto stage and let's have a chat with him first. Hi, Sagnik.
Hi, Shekhar. Hello, people out there. Lovely to be here on Tete-a-tete with Dramarsis.
Wonderful. Great. Shagnik, people have seen you before, long time back in the first episode that we did.
That's right.
They have seen you on stage. You're a fabulous actor. You have been directing as well some of the things. Uh, why don't we start by talking a bit about your journey first? So, how did you come into the performing arts? Where did your interest come from?
So, performing arts per se, I grew up although I'm based out of Calcutta, I grew up in a small town called Dhanbad in Jharkhand, where my dad was a professor. And there, the non residential Bengali community was a very tight knit one. And we
Hmm.
used to have programs quite often, be it Poila Boishak or Tagore's birth anniversary and other such events. We always kept performing, and there was a lot of excitement among us children to be a part of anything, be it as a background dancer, be it a part of a small play. So the interest, the nascent interest developed from there, I would think. And as I grew a little older, I started taking interest myself. I learned a little bit of Rabindra Sangeet. At a very basic level, I learned. And then after I went to college, I studied at St. Xavier's College, Calcutta, and we had a very thriving theatre group back then. Now it's not that good anymore. It was called XTS, the Xaverian Theatrical Society. So that's where I started doing my first plays at college events, inter-college fests, and things like that. So that was the initiation of theatre for me, as far as that is concerned. And once I moved to Bangalore for reasons of my job and things like that, I started performing more regularly because apart from my corporate gig, I thought this was something that I took a lot of joy, and it was sort of an escape from the daily routine. And it's been a journey that has gone on for the last 5 years, a journey strictly intertwined with theatre and mostly theatre, although at Dramarsis we look at other mediums of performing arts as well, music, short films, things like that. But my journey so far has exclusively been that with theatre, with a couple of stints in some short movies here and there. And
Mhm.
along the course of the last 5 years, I have made some great connections. I've made some great friends, you included, some very talented people that I look up to. And so let's see where this journey goes on. And these are exciting times. I mean, not so much exciting times in context of the global pandemic that's going on. But Dramarsis is a rather relatively new group, and we are yet to stage our first play. So that is something I'm really looking forward to doing with all of you. Yeah. So
Great, lovely, lovely. Listen, Shagnik, we will talk a little
yes.
bit more, but I have got somebody who is at the backstage who is raring to go.
Right.
And I would like to call on stage Madhurima, who is part of Dramarsis. And Madhurima will come on stage and we'll just have a quick chat with her. And then we will probably get her to sing a few songs for us. All right. So let's start. Let's call Madhurima on stage.
Yeah, take it away.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Madhurima.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Great to be here with you today.
Wonderful. Madhurima, how long have you been in the performing arts? And what are the
Well,
various kinds of arts that you actually perform?
well, to start, I actually started my career as a character animator,
Wow.
which requires, some amount of interest or some amount of aptitude in acting, because you are making an inanimate character come alive, right? Even though it's technical, but it's also related to your ability to act and put it into an inanimate character. So I guess it was right from there that I was always interested in acting. However, as this industry was unstable, I had to shift to corporate. Right now, I mean, for the last 10 years, I've been in corporate, but it is probably because the corporate routine gives me enough time to do stuff which I am passionate about, and of course, one of them is theater. So I had joined, I think, my first proper group in 2012 or 2013 in Calcutta. Then once I came to Bangalore, I continued there with them and with a couple of other groups. And once I shifted to Bangalore, I have now been in touch with a lot of people because in Bangalore, the theater field is really, really good. So yeah,
Oh, good. So theater is
that's,
one,
yeah.
animation is one. What else? What are the other things that you do?
Well, I play the keyboard, and I'm more of an entertainer. I wouldn't say I'm really a singer because I've never really trained, but I'm a bathroom singer. But
Mhm.
I like to entertain people.
Oh, good, good.
No,
So
that
I
is a ton of modesty right there, I tell you.
we will soon find out, Shagni. Right. I have got a question for you, Madhurima, which has come from Navanil. You can see
Sure.
it on your screen right now. It says, "What's the secret of your nickname, Madzee?"
Okay. A lot of people want to know that. So I'll tell you frankly what it is. So I have this big group of friends in Kolkata. Now, believe me, I did not create my own Facebook profile. So if you remember, we had this Orkut before,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
Mhm.
yeah.
So now the thing is that once we shifted from Orkut to Facebook, now I didn't make my own profile. My friends made it for me. Now I think the name Madhurima was taken. The name, I think my friends used to call me Mads at that point of time. That was taken as well. So I think what this friend of mine did, his name is Sabyasachi, what he did was he put a Z, even that was taken, and then he put 2 E's. That is where this name has originated.
All right. So it was essentially Facebook
I was named.
which has Christian knew this name, it looks like. Good.
It was named.
Good. So, Madzee, what are you going to do for us tonight?
You mentioned Hemanto Mukhopadhyay when you were speaking to Sagnik.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we start? I mean, he's one of my favorites right from my childhood. Why don't we start with one of his very, very famous songs?
Oh, wonderful. Excellent. Good. Let's hear it. I'm going to put you on stage, and Sagnik are going to exit right now. So let's hear this song, and then we'll join you once you're done with it. All right? So, stage is all yours.
Shit. Give me a minute to just set this up. Thank you. Okay, let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Can you hear me? আমায় প্রশ্ন করে নীল ধ্রুব তারার কত কাল আমি রব দিশাহারা আমায় প্রশ্ন করে নীল ধ্রুব তারার কত কাল আমি রব দিশাহারা জবাব কিছুই তাই দিতে পারি নাই, শুধু পথ চেয়ে কেটে গেল এ জীবন সারা আমায় প্রশ্ন করে নীল ধ্রুব তারার কত কাল আমি রব দিশাহারা कहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए सांझ की दुल्हन बदन चुराए चुपके से आए मेरे ख्यालों के आंगन में कोई सपनों के दीप जलाए कहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए सांझ की दुल्हन बदन चुराए चुपके से आए আমি পথ খুঁজি না কোনো পথ মোরে খোঁজে মন যা বোঝে না বোঝে তা বোঝে আমি পথ খুঁজি না কোনো পথ মোরে খোঁজে মন যা বোঝে না বোঝে তা বোঝে আমার চতুর্পাশে সব কিছু যায় আসে আমি শুধু তুষারিত গতিহীন ধারা আমায় প্রশ্ন করে নীল ধ্রুব তারার কত কাল আমি রব দিশাহারা कहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए सांझ की दुल्हन बदन चुराए चुपके से आए.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Very good. I don't know whether you were seeing the comments or not, but there were a whole host of comments which were coming. People were singing along. People were saying that you've got a wonderful voice. People are saying that they are. It's a nostalgic song for them. You're doing full justice to the song, so you can read the comments. But people are just going gaga over your singing. So wonderful singing.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
I hope you heard the background music because I wasn't sure whether both were.
No, we heard your piano. The piano.
All good?
Piano, yeah, all good. We heard it. It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
शाग्निक, इसी बात पे एक गाना तुमसे भी हो जाए.
मुझसे एक गाना.
हाँ.
जो आपने पंचमदा की बात करी, कल उनका बर्थडे था. So I will try to sing something by him.
Okay.
यम्मा 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 ये खूबसूरत समा बस आज की रात है जिंदगी कल हम कहाँ तुम कहाँ बस आज की रात है जिंदगी कल हम कहाँ तुम कहाँ यम्मा 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 यम्मा
ये खूबसूरत समा बस आज की रात है जिंदगी कल हम कहाँ कहाँ. बस मैजी के बाद इससे ज्यादा मैं नहीं गाना चाहूंगा. Like I don't want to spoil people's aftertaste. No, it was very good. It's the spirit which counts, Sagnik. It was great. Right. So, Madhurima, we are going to come back to you in a little while. We have got one more performer, so we're going to go there and we'll come back to you soon for another song. All right? Right. See you soon. So we have with us another member of Dramarsis, Sheoli. Sheoli, why don't we listen to her instead of me trying to introduce her and talking to her? Why not get it from her directly? So let me call Sheoli on stage. Hi, Sheoli.
Hi, can you see me?
Yes, we can see you. We can hear you. And you are looking very pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, Sheoli. So there are lots of people who are watching, and some of them know you, some of them don't. So why don't we get to hear about your story from yourself? What has been your creative journey? And tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so I am a filmmaker by profession, and I picked up writing and storytelling when I was 13. That's when I started writing my first play, and I realized that this is something that I'm really interested in, and that's where my theater journey or my play journey kind of took off. And then I kind of took it to filmmaking because I felt that that's something I would really enjoy and I would really like doing. But apart from that, I started dancing when I was 5, and I've been learning Bharatanatyam, I think since I was 5 years old. I finished my Arangetram in 2015, and ever since I left for college, after coming back, I have been trying my best to get in touch with it again. But yeah, so for me, the two most important art forms that I have always been in touch with is classical dance and filmmaking, of course. And when I came back to Bangalore after college, I really wanted to try theater because as a director, I felt that I never really understood an actor's perspective so well. So I wanted to give that a shot. I wanted to understand how it works because I've always been fascinated by theater, and I never really got a chance to completely try it. And that's why I am now a part of Dramarsis. So thank you so much for having me.
Wonderful. Now, Dramarsis, we are happy to have you. And I mean, Dramarsis is full of so many talented people. These events that we do, this Tete-a-tete with Dramarsis every odd week. I mean, I don't know how long we'll go ahead. We'll not be able to cover the ocean of talent that we have in Dramarsis, but we try, right? So, Sheoli, what are you going to do? You said dance and filmmaking. So, which of the two are you going to see today?
So I'll be doing dance today. I'll be doing an Abhinaya piece, which is Abhinaya is essentially the art of expression. It focuses on bhav, it focuses on sentiment and expressions and emotions more than the movement. So the piece that I would be doing, it's a part of a larger Meera bhajan, in which Mirabai recounts a lot of tales and stories of how Lord Krishna helps the devotees. This is a small part of that entire sequence. It's Draupadi's Chirharan, wherein she's put on a bet by the Pandavas, which they lose. And then the Chirharan takes place, but she is saved because she is, of course, devotee to Lord Krishna and she seeks his help and he helps her. And that's when the Chirharan is prevented. So that's a small extract I'll be taking from the Meera Bhajan and just doing that Abhinaya sequence for you guys.
Wow. Looking forward to it. I'm sure it's going to be amazing.
Really?
Righto. So what we'll do is we will go off the stage and leave the stage to you. And once you finish, then we'll come back and have a little more chat with you. All right?
Okay, of course.
Stage's all yours.
Thank you. So before I start, let me give you a little overview so everybody, it'll be easy for everyone to understand. The piece starts off with the Pandavas losing the game of Chaucer. They put their land on bet, then they put each other on the bet, and then they finally put their wife on the bet, and then she's dragged in and she's humiliated. So it's a sequence about how she prays, like I mentioned, and she is saved by Lord Krishna. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you can hear the music. Just 1 second. I hope you can hear it.
Janaki Hari Tumharo Janaki Draupadi ki लाज राख्यो तुम बड़ा चीर द्रौपदी की
Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Really good.
Thank
And
you.
the comment section is just exploding. It's just
Thanks.
going crazy. So if you go,
Oh, thank you so much.
you can just see how people are just getting completely blown away by your performance.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't see this. Yeah.
So there are too many. I would have mentioned a few of them, but they're just going berserk. People are saying they got goosebumps. People are talking about the fact that how you are able to use the small constraint of a small space and still choreograph it along with the song so well. Expressions, people are just going gaga over your expressions. Uh, I'm so proud. Dramarsis has got so wonderful talent.
Thank you.
It's amazing. It's really good. So, Shagnik, what do you have to say? After you, Shagnik is stuck speechless, I think. Actually, you are on mute, Shagnik. You have to
You're
unmute
in-
yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Shekhar. I mean, I just love the whole thing, the vibrancy and the dynamism of your expressions and the different rasas that you brought in, apart from the alankars. It was just amazing. I just couldn't take my eyes off. I thought there was a connectivity issue for a couple of seconds, but apart from that, I was just amazed. It was so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you
And
so much.
thank you for the treat. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really a treat. It was really a treat. Thank you. So, what kind of films do you make, Sheoli?
Well, I was more into indie films in film school, but I have experimented with a lot of genres. It can be drama, it can be thrillers or horrors. I've tried doing a lot of it, and I like experimenting with genres. I've even done experimental films, dance films. And one of the recent films that I made was a dance film. And since I am a dancer myself, I was really connected to it. That's why I like exploring different types of art forms, because I find a piece of a lot of the dance that I've learned, a lot of the things that I have learned through this dance form coming up in a lot of other things, whether it be film, whether it be theater, everything overlaps. It's really wonderful to try and put all of this together.
Great, great. And for people who are watching, you know that one of the things that Dramarsis does is Dramarsis is a collective arts platform, not limited to theatre. So, which means short films is one of the areas, and films will be one of the areas that we will create as platforms for expression of creative expression. And you can see Sheoli is already there. So we already have the talent in house. So that's something that will be coming up soon from our side, which which Navanil and I spoke about in our last episode as well. And that's something that we will be doing. So keep looking for these platforms, these outlets that we'll create. And any of you who's interested in joining Dramarsis, I saw a comment from a couple of people that tell us how do we get connected with Dramarsis. All you need to do is go to any of our pages, Facebook or Instagram, and just leave us a note with your details, saying that this is who you are and this is why you would like to join Dramarsis, and somebody will get in touch with you. So, yep. And I've got Aritro who is saying, or somebody from Dramarsis who is saying, and Sheoli has been taking wonderful sessions on filmmaking in our rehearsal sessions as well. In fact, I think you did one today morning as well. No, last Sunday.
I did. Yeah, the past 2 weeks I had been.
Past 2 weeks, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So all those things to learn in the last when you are part of Dramarsis. So thank you so much, Sheoli. Thank you for entertaining us today. It was so wonderful. It was really, really nice. Thank you so much. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Right. Sagnik, it's you and me again.
Right.
Okay. So, you talked about RD. I will sing a couple of lines from RD's, one of my favorite songs of RD. Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. So let me try that. मेरे नैना सावन भादो फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा बात पुरानी है एक कहानी है अब सोचूं तुम्हें याद नहीं है अब सोचूं नहीं भूले वो सावन के झूले रुत आए रुत जाए देकर झूठा एक दिलासा फिर भी मेरा मन प्यासा. So this is one of my favorite RD songs. That's why I sang it. Thought, give a salute to the boss and sing lines from his songs.
And I think one of the greatest things about Panchamda is, Panchamda, like his active years were before I was even born. But you ask people of my generation, who is your music director, who is your favorite music director of all time? You'll get 3 answers. You'll get A.R. Rahman, some might say Salil Chaudhary, and the majority will say R.D. Burman. And this is after he passed away, that we grew up listening to his song through our parents. And that's how we know him. And
I know.
That's sort of remarkable that even after so many years, his songs are like what still define Bollywood in many ways.
I know, and R.D. Burman, if you would see and if you study his music, you'll realize the number of new musical sounds that he's created, which is now commonplace, is something which was never available in Bollywood music before. That's credited with R.D. Burman, and he was crazy about finding new instruments, new sounds, new mixtures of sounds. So who would imagine that he will take a broom and a comb and create the music on in Mere Samne Wali Khidki, or he will take a bottle and blow into it and create the music in the Zinadman song which he sang. Can you tell me the song?
No, I'm not very sure.
You're not sure? Let's get Madhurima and ask her whether she can tell us the song.
Hmm.
Do you know this song, Madhu? You have changed. Aye, your dress is changed.
Hey.
Do you know this one? Where R.D. Burman used a bottle and blew into the bottle and created music out of it. The
I'm
comment
sorry, I
section
don't
is
know in
going
that.
just haywire because everybody else knows. No, I will sing the song. चुरा लिया है तुमने जो दिल को नजर नहीं चुराना सनम. So the prelude to this song, before the song starts, it's with a bottle and somebody blowing into the bottle. That's the music. And even the music, it's on the bottle. So that was the genius of Panchamda.
Wow.
Good. So, Madhurima, you have changed, and I'm assuming you have changed because it's in mood with the song that you're going to sing for us. Is that right?
Ah,
So, what's the
well,
song?
yes, you're right. Okay.
Or do you want to
So,
actually sing and tell us without just start singing and keep it a surprise, or you want to tell us?
well, for this one, I would need to give a little bit of a background, which would help people to probably enjoy the song more.
All right, great. So why don't we
I
keep you
told
on the
you before that
stage?
I was more.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know I had told you before that I was more of an entertainer. So this
Mhm.
time I'll try to entertain you.
All right, good. Look forward. We'll leave the stage to you, and we'll come back and chat with you after the song goes. All right. Stage all yours.
Hi. So this I'm going to move very much away from the world of Bollywood and R.D. Burman and S.D. Burman and the beautiful music that India represents, and I'm going to go into something very 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 different. Um, I'm going to sing a song about people who are different. See, R.D. Burman, Kishore Kumar, Charlie Chaplin, Satyajit Ray, all of them were very different. They never really fitted into society because they were so immensely talented. Long back, in 1965, an Australian singer called Rolf Harris popularized a very old Dutch song. It's a comedic song called Jake the Peg. Now, why is it called Jake the Peg? Um, this boy was born with three legs, okay, and a peg used to have these three little prongs with which it used to hold the cloth. So the name of the song is Jake the Peg. Now I'm sure a lot of you know about this, but for those who don't, um, I want to give you a little bit of a background to this, the meaning of this song. I was talking about people who are different. So this song is simply metaphoric. It's a metaphor for people who are born different, whichever way. They might be geniuses, they might have some deformity, or they might have some extra power. But what do they feel when they come into this world? How do the people look at them? Hear me out. I hope you can hear the music. I'm Jake the Peg, teedle-leedle-leedle-lum, with my extra leg, teedle-leedle-leedle-lum. Wherever I go through rain and snow, the people always let me know. There's Jake the Peg, teedle-leedle-leedle-lum, with his extra leg. The day that I was born, oh boy, my mother nearly died. She couldn't get my nappies on, no matter how much she tried. And I was born with an extra leg, and since that day begun, I had to learn to stand on my own 3 feet. Believe me, that's no fun. I'm Jake the
peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, with an extra leg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum. Wherever I go to rain and snow, the people always let me know. There's Jake the peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, with the extra leg. I was a dreadful scholar. I found all the lessons hard. The only thing I knew for sure was that 3 feet make a yard. To count to 10, I used my fingers, and if I needed more, I could take my shoes and socks off and count to 24. No, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, count to 25. I'm Jake the peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, with the extra leg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum. Whatever I did, they said was false. They said quick march, I did a quick waltz. And then they shouted at me, put your best foot forward. But which foot? I said, it's very nice for you. You only have a choice of 2. But me? I'm Jake the peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, with the extra leg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum. Wherever I go through rain and snow, the people always let me know. There's Jake the peg, diddle-diddle-diddle-lum, with the extra leg.
Great, amazing, wonderful.
Take a bow, Madzee. That was absolutely entertaining. I had so much fun with that.
And you couldn't see that, Madhurima, but Sagnik was dancing in the green room.
I was.
It was amazing. Really good. Really
Glad
good.
you liked it.
Excellent. Excellent.
So this is for people, everybody who's different, including all the geniuses, the musical geniuses and the sound geniuses, and so many other people we have in the world around us.
True. True. And you know, every time somebody performs and somebody does here, I think as founders, Sagnik, I, Navonil, Shruti, and Oritra, we all feel so proud that we have been able to create a space where everybody comes and is able to give expression to their creative forms in such abandonment. And that is what it feels, the pain, it all feels worth it when that happens.
That's right.
So thank you so much for doing this.
True.
Thank you so much for doing this. It was great fun. It was wonderful. And it was a very important message as well. So thank you. So, Madhurima, we are going to, Sagnik and I are going to chat a bit more, and we want to hear one more song from you. So we'll call you back in a little while. Can you hear us?
Madhurima?
All right. Anyway, we will bring her back.
Shekhar? Yeah.
Okay, good. Right. Sagnik,
Yes,
I'm going to talk about one more person. Okay. Hemant Kumar, or Hemant Mukhopadhyay, as the Bengalis call him, and as the world known him as Hemant Kumar. I'm going to sing a song for you, and you'll have to tell me the Bengali songs. All the bongs who are watching, they will know this song moment I sing it. Okay. So let's start. एक बार जरा फिर कह दो मुझे शर्मा के तुम दीवाना ऐसी मीठी मीठी बातें करके ऐसी मीठी मीठी बातें करके कहाँ सीखा है दिल का लुभाना ओ जाने जा
এই পথ যদি না শেষ হয় তবে কেমন হতো তুমি বলো তো যদি পৃথিবীটা স্বপ্নের দেশ হয় তবে কেমন হতো তুমি বলো তো
তুমি বলো
আমি কি ঠিক আমি কি ঠিক বলেছি? কারণ আমি হিন্দি গানটা আগে কিন্তু শুনিনি, বা শুনে থাকলে
I know lots of people have not heard it.
I switched languages, sorry.
Hmm.
I hadn't heard the Hindi version before, and so I just got a little nervous for the first couple of seconds, but then I could just pick it right up, and so
Yeah, so it is actually the Hindi version is not so well known, but it's quite popular as well. Bengali version is extremely popular. It's an iconic song, and the
course.
Hindi version is also there. Vishwajit has performed in the Hindi version.
Oh,
So amazing talent there. Hemant Kumar started. You see, it might be a good time to just talk about a few other people. Since we are talking performing arts, the first playback singing, the advent of playback singing is credited to two people, Ramchandra Bodal or R.C. Bodal and Pankaj Malik. Now, as two bongs, I think we can be justifiably proud that both these people were Bengalis who traveled from Calcutta to Bombay, and they were the people who brought in the whole thought process of playback singing, the first playback singing. And then we had Sheoli Biswas, who went there and brought in the thought process of orchestration. So modern Hindi music, Bollywood music that you see is dependent on these four people. R.C. Bodal, who is seen as the father of Bollywood music, Pankaj Malik, Sheoli Biswas, and then came Hemant Kumar after that. Hemant Kumar, S.D. Burman both came together more or less, followed by Sholil Chaudhary, then Sholil Chaudhary followed by R.D. Burman, and then the list went on. Obviously, we cannot forget the other greats like Khayyam, Naushad, O.P. Nayyar, who were also there parallelly. So there were clearly two kinds of music which was happening in the early film creative point of time, which was, one was around the so-called from the Lahore side, which was more beat-based, more kind of tempo-based, and one was from the Bengal side, which was led by all these gentlemen, which was more melody-based.
Melody-based, yes.
So we should one of these days do a series on just Hindi film music. One of these from Dramarsis, talk about the various kinds of music which is there. Might be really exciting.
Why not? We could all sing, maybe karaoke, have a sing along.
Why not?
Absolutely.
Good. Sagnik, tell me, let me ask you a question at this point of time.
Right.
You talked about your journey, you talked about what you have done, how you got into theatre. I've asked this to all the founders. I will ask you, why Dramarsis? The city scene, the theatre scene is already crowded. The performing arts scene is already crowded. Why do we need one more platform like Dramarsis?
So the way I look at it, Dramarsis is something that happened to a lot of us, not because there was a lack of theatre groups in Bangalore or something like that, but because we wanted a sense of belonging to a place where we could all have a way to express ourselves, our artistic ambitions and emotions and things like that. And I think with the five of us, we have a very good team. For instance, as I told you, my journey has been strictly in sync with that of theatre. And in some senses, I see myself as a bit of a traditionalist. I miss the stage. As much as I miss the stage, I miss being part of the audience. No matter if I go on to do short films or from Dramarsis we do music, the stage for me personally is always going to be a place of belonging. And as much as being a traditionalist is a good thing in certain ways, but I also came to the realization that it was somewhere maybe holding me back. So with people like Orithro, who is into short films, with Navonilda, who writes his own plays, and his plays are very modern and very, something which connects to the audience right away, and with Shruti, who is a great singer and all of that. And you have been on 3 episodes of Tete-a-tete with Dramarsis. You need no introduction. You're the most senior of us all, and we all look up to you for your technical acumen and your experience and things like that. So I think among the five of us, I felt that this was a place where we could each bring in bring something to the table, and it would enrich all of us together. And at the same time, while we do this, while we pursue our art, our artistic endeavors, it was important to create a space where we all felt safe, a safe place for expression, regardless of who you are, what gender, what background, what socio-political class, whatever it is. We wanted to create a space which could transcend all these societal boundaries and be open to everybody. So that is where I think all our visions it's matched and it's synced. And then the masters came into being. And as I said before, I counting the days until we do our first show. And
So
yeah,
we are all of us
we,
are counting the days because we've got a cracker of a play, haven't we?
we do, we do,
We have
we do.
got a cracker of a play. It's just going to, and I mean, we were so disappointed because COVID-19 came along and we couldn't stage it because we are about weeks away from staging the play when this happened. And I can tell you, it's an amazing play. Not just the way it's been written, not just the way the characters are etched out, not just the layers which are there, the story and the message it carries, the kind of visuals that has been created out of the play, the actors who are there, the way the whole storyline comes together. It is going to be an amazing experience once we can. If I may say so, it's my play, it's our play. But if I may say, please do whenever we get there. I just can't wait to watch it on stage. I'm sure all the others who are watching will be as excited.
Yeah, it's a very modern treatment of a subject that is prevalent everywhere across all stratas of society.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's a very important play in the current, socioeconomic situation of this world and how a power dynamic plays out. I will not give any more spoilers. But
Good. I'm going to get Madhurima back. I think she will again surprise us. I have a feeling she might have changed her clothes, changed her dress again. Let's see if that's true or not. She has. See,
oh,
I'm back to square one.
you are like
I
a
missed the stage.
you are like a Hindi film heroine, Madhurima. With every scene and shot, they change clothes like that. You're changing clothes with every scene, every song.
even
Not
when the
bad.
We have
performance,
changed clothes in for few seconds between scenes on stage,
Wow. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's so true. That's so
right?
true. Yeah, yeah.
That's faster than Bollywood heroines.
True. Good. So we are waiting for one more song for you, from you. Which song is that going to be?
Well, long back when I was, I think I was still in class 12, I think 12, 11 or 12. I was in Calcutta. I was
Mhm.
studying, and I got incorporated into this really amazing music group in Kolkata, which was a Tamil band, which was probably the only Tamil band in South Calcutta at that point of time.
Mhm.
Now, uh, I don't know. I used to play the keyboard for them mainly, but since then my love for Tamil songs has remained.
Mm.
Now, as I said, I am not a trained singer. I am not I mean, like, it's not that I've been speaking Tamil for very long. I have not. That was long back. But I'm going to try and attempt a Tamil song. One of my favorites, which I mean, this is a little old. It's like my favorite composer. One of my favorite composers, Yesudas, and sorry, Raja, and sung by Yesudas, one of my favorite singers, and Chitra. Well, I'll try. I hope I'll be able to do justice. But all people who know Tamil out there who are listening, do forgive me if I make a little bit of mistakes in pronunciation.
I'm sure all the people whose mother tongue is Tamil will be very happy that you are attempting a Tamil song, and they will forgive even if there are small mistakes. But it's commendable that you were part of a Tamil band. Wow! So let's hear. I'm really excited to hear you sing. I can speak a smattering of Tamil to save my life, so I really want to listen to this song, and so I think so are everybody. So without any more ado, let's put you on stage and hear this song.
Just to clarify, can you hear? I'm not sure whether it's, is this audible?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Here goes. Well, here goes my attempt at one of the most beautiful Tamil numbers I have heard, and it's my favorite composer Ilayaraja. It's from this movie called Amman Kovil Vasilive. I might have pronounced that a little badly, but I'm going to try better with the song.
உன் பார்வையில் ஓராயிரம் உன் பார்வையில் ஓராயிரம் கவிதை நான் எழுதுவேன் காற்றில் நானே உன் பார்வையில் ஓராயிரம் கவிதை நான் எழுதுவேன் காற்றில் நானே நிதமும் உன்னை நினைக்கிறேன் நினைவினாலே அணைக்கிறேன் உன் பார்வையில் ஓராயிரம் கவிதை நான் எழுதுவேன் காற்றில் நானே இசைத்தது வலை கரம்தான் இசைத்தது புது ஸ்வரம்தான் சிரித்து சிரிப்பொளி சிலம்பொளிதான் கழுத்தில் இருப்பழவலம் புரிதான் இருக்கும் வரைக்கும் எடுத்து கொடுக்கும் இருக்கும் வரைக்கும் எடுத்து கொடுக்கும் மனதை மயிலிடம் இருந்தேனே மயங்கி தினம் தினம் விழுந்தேனே மறந்து இருந்து பறந்து தினம் மகிழம் பார்வையில் ஓராயிரம் கவிதை நான் எழுதுவேன் காற்றில் நானே நிதமும் உன்னை நினைக்கிறேன் நினைவினாலே அணைக்கிறேன் உன் பார்வையில் ஓராயிரம் கவிதை நான் எழுதுவேன் காற்றில் நானே.
Thank you.
Wow. Look at Sagnik's hands. Can you see it?
She's frozen.
Yeah, superb. Really good. Wonderful. Great.
And that's so much in keeping with the spirit of Dramarsis, that we want to do pan-Indian plays and work, across languages, across barriers, and just that is amazing. I didn't understand a word of it, but
That's one really good thing about Dramarsis. It's actually a romantic song, but that Dramarsis wants to be all-inclusive, be it languages, be it any section of the society, any kind, any theme, anything. So that's what I really love about this group. It's very inclusive. It allows different people from different cultural and language backgrounds to come, and it gives a scope for everyone. That's what I really love about it.
So I should tell you, Madhurima, my mother it's her birthday today, and she is watching this right now, and she's just said wow to you.
Thank you so much.
So
I'm so
yeah.
happy. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It was really. I think I echo what you said. I mean, that's why I keep saying every time I do this event, this Tete-a-tete with Dramarsis, every time we have our members coming and showing off or kind of demonstrating their talent, entertaining people, I feel so proud. I have nothing to do with that talent. All that talent is all of yours, and that's fabulous. But I just feel proud. I just feel good about the fact that we are all being able to come together and create this platform. So I just feel happy about it. Great, lovely. Thank you so much, Madhurima. Thank you. It was wonderful having you. And we're coming to the
thank you
close
so much.
of this
My
whole
pleasure.
tete-a-tete. So I'll bid you bye-bye. And Sagnik and I will have a quick few words and then we'll close this program. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Bye, Madhurima.
See you, bye, and thank you so much. It was a lovely, lovely evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Sagnik, we are coming to the end of our tete-a-tete.
Right.
It's been,
A lovely 1 hour.
I think it was wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it. I think the abhinaya that Sheoli did was amazing. What expressions. Madhurima sang 3 different kinds of songs. She sang a Bangla song, she sang a English song which had a message, and it was wonderful. And then she sang a Tamil song. And I'm just amazed by the amount of talent that is around.
The diversity across languages, across genres, across moods. Actually, what Madzee did today, it is like a true embodiment of the Dramarsis spirit, if you ask me. That is what Dramarsis is all about. That's what
Absolutely, absolutely. What I'd like to leave everybody with is and we did sing a few songs, Hemant Kumar and Adi Verma. We did a couple of them, impromptu songs. But what I'd like to leave the audience with is I would like to ask them that we have done 3 editions now. We have got a certain format. We do a little conversation. We have few people performing, etc., etc. We'd like to know from all of you, do you really think that's the best way to go? Do you want to change things? Do you think we could do it differently? Is there something else that you'd like to see in these events that we do, in these tete-a-tetes that we do? What else we could add which would make your feel good? At this point of time, the whole idea is that you're all sitting at home. We are all going through this lockdown. It is a tough time for all of us. How can we make that 1 hour of yours a little more happier, a little more pleasant, a little more look forward to, more positive? That's what we want to do with our whole. So if you give us thoughts about what you would like us to do, please do let us know, and we will try our best to put that into our events. And any other thoughts. And as I said, anybody who wants to be part of Dramarsis, we are an open platform. Just go to our Facebook or our Insta handles and just put your details there and we'll get in touch with you. So that's about it for today.
That's it.
Right? I had a fabulous time. I hope all of you did well. And it was great speaking with you, Sagnik. Discovering your.
Thank you so much for having me, Shekhar. That was an absolute pleasure.
Wonderful. Great. On that note, adios.